the globe. Take it to the top of the globe. Trying to take it to the top of the globe.
Before I forget to just mention, my goals are something that I'm trying to make achievements. I'm tired of dying out, life ain't nothing but pain.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing fine. So before we get started, where are you originally from?
I'm originally from the Bay Area.
The Bay Area? Oh, okay, California.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, Cali.
All right. So how long have you been doing music?
So I've been singing like since I can talk. I think I realized that I can sing when I was like maybe like 8. And it wasn't something that I like took serious. It was just something that I did like for fun.
Okay.
And I danced. So I did competition dance. So I danced from the age of like 3 to 14, where I danced with like Ipsy Hammer, Paul Abdul. So dance was my thing. Just singing wasn't my thing.
Okay.
And our main like concentration was jazz, like ballet, contemporary. So I've always kind of been like in the entertainment world. I just like didn't sing. And I think I was always like shy to do it. Okay. So that's why I didn't like take it serious.
Okay. All right. So what's like okay, I'm gonna say this. My favorite song that I had listened to was Snapback.
Yeah, so there's not a lot of songs. So what's crazy is I have so many songs, but I'm just now like getting warm to like release the songs. So I have just Warm Inside and Snapback that the world's been able to hear. But yeah, Snapback is my newest single.
Okay, because my sisters had put me on to you. They was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's in our bloodline a little bit. It's like so we like go on YouTube or something like that, and we just look for different artists and everything like that. So
right.
I was like, all right. So I listened to Snapback.
That's good to know.
Yeah, I listened to Snapback at least about 4 times. I was like, why she needs more. Everybody know who she is. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta see, So
yeah, I appreciate that. It's funny because I've had friends who've known me for like 10 plus years who didn't even know I like sing at all. So it's crazy to see like the love and people reaching out like, oh my gosh, I didn't know you sing, because a lot of people don't have a clue. People would assume by the way that I talk, or the way I speak, my voice, like I would always get people like, do you sing? Or people would ask me like, are you sick? Do you have laryngitis? Like I would get all type of stuff because of my voice. So people would assume I would sing, but I never just was like, yo, I'm a singer.
No, okay. So what as far as like do you have like visuals you working on or stuff like that?
So what's crazy is Snapback and Warm Inside was really like just songs for me to introduce myself to the world, right? Just to see like if I would like it, how people would respond. It was just to kind of get my feet wet. So I'm currently working on my EP right now.
Okay. That
should be released in May of next year. And then I'm going to have 2 visuals for the EP. So I'll have 2 like videos for that. Okay. So it's just like, I guess like I'm in a rush, but not in a rush. Like I'm definitely an artist who like takes my time. Because I want to still concentrate on making it like fun and like comfortable, for me. Like I know a lot of people have like deadlines and things that make them panic, and I want everything to be, authentic. And with Warm Inside, it wasn't rushed, but there was just like some technicalities and some like things that I didn't agree with this song, and I didn't have rights to the song, so I kind of had no choice. So I feel like that was rushed. And with Snapback, it wasn't really rushed, but it was it was made during the pandemic, and then all these other things happened. So I just want to make sure that everything is like super authentic, nothing's rushed, and I want to be vulnerable. Like I have a problem with being vulnerable with people, kind of bringing people into my world and into my business. Okay. And I have to be more open to that, because that's the only way that you're going to connect to people and be relatable. So that's something I definitely want to work on for my EP, is definitely being relatable. Like we're pretty much all the same, just look different.
Yeah, most definitely. So have you You made any collabs with other artists, or everything's just you for right now?
Yeah, so I actually made a collab. This was like a while ago. This was before I was even like trying to get into the music world. With a rapper named G Molly. We have a song together, and then it's called Trust. And then I also just did a collab with actually the producer that I'm working with for my EP. They're based out in Germany, so I just did a song with. Well, they produced it, and then a rapper named Casey out in Atlanta. Okay. So that should be released in like probably middle of January. So I've done like little things, but like nothing major.
Okay. Well, my podcast, well, my YouTube channel also, it's based upon Shade 45, Sirius XM, and 107.1, which that's a radio. It's a Midwest station out in Detroit, which that's where I'm originally from. And what I'm doing right now with my podcast radio station is that I'm also presenting an album out because I'm with Empire. Okay. So it's like, so majority of the artists that I either I discover myself or I've did video reactions to is like I'm having a select few to actually get on the album. It's called WC Radio EP. It's presented by Empire and Sirius XM. So I was looking for an R&B singer, and I heard your voice, and I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a lot of R&B singers that's making steps, but they're not making any kind of moves. Like they don't make any posters, anything like that. But I seen your two, and I seen you got a post, and you told me about your EP, you working on a visual and everything. Well, because I'm starting the album 2 months from now, I'm traveling with it. So it's and I'm bringing a lot of other people from Empire with me. The whole point of it is to discover artists, because they're looking for, they have they bases of the rappers and everything, but they don't have like a lot of people that's not really like known and everything like that. So I was wondering, would you be a part of that if possible?
Yeah, I would love to. I definitely want to be like a part of like anything like new, even if it's not new, because that's like network is your network. So like I love networking and like meeting people. And I've heard of Empire. Empire is great. I know like a couple people are signed. My boyfriend like is good friends with like someone who's a good friend to someone for the label. So yeah, we love Empire. I love what they like represent. A lot of labels do take from artists. And I know Empire is a little different. They stand on like artists really having their, like being independent and stuff. So I would love to. That's definitely something that we can discuss in detail for sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Because Empire, when they first started, Daz, which is one of the guys that was the A&R, he's originally from my old neighborhood in Detroit. And he was telling me, he was like, man, I'm about to be an A&R at this label and everything. Because he started at our radio station, 107.1. And I was like, an A&R, and I was like, okay, where at? He said, out in San Diego. I was like, California? He was like, yeah. I was like, all right, cool. But he came back to the neighborhood, and a lot of the local artists and everything like that, he flew them out, and next thing you know, they was actually had like a publishing deal, and everybody was like doing great for themselves. So it was like, all right. And he was trying to get me to rap, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that no more. So I told him about my channel, and he was like, you know what, you should use that as your platform to actually discover new artists. And I was like, you know what, you're right. That's cool. Yeah, cause I've been through the big label thing, the Atlantic Records, Def Jam, and I always seen like the major artists, even with R&B singers, they have the major artists, and then they have their friend with them, but their friend would be like somewhere in the neighborhood or somewhere giving out their CDs and everything like that, and I'd be like, yo, why is they not promoting the friend too? Or trying to break them up. But I realized, I was like, the friend make better music than them. And plus, they write their own material. So I'm like, all right. So that's what my channel is gonna be based upon, right there. I'm not doing it. My channel, I do not promote any kind of major artists at all. Like that never will happen. So it's like it's always independent.
Yeah, I've seen that, and I think that's dope because there are so many amazing like artists and people out there that just don't get the exposure that they need. Yeah. So it's great to have people like you who do want to, like expose those who are really, out there trying to make a name for themselves. So I think that's dope.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, a lot of independent artists that's like not signed, they got like a bigger following naturally than than like the regular like signed artists or anything like that. So I found that being amazing due to the fact like everything is like printed off and promoted by their own self. So when Empire was like,
Right.
when Empire told me like, okay, we agree with you, they pretty much let me do anything. I've been knowing everybody in that building ever since I was 21 years old. So it's like they see me grow
Yeah.
from being their age to now. So it's like so
Right.
I
So do you pretty much just like work with them to like help them find like new artists, if someone that they do see themselves like pursuing and giving a publishing deal?
Yes. Actually, I got 2 success stories over that. Snow the Product, I don't know if you heard of her before.
I know who Snow the Product.
Okay, Snow the Product is one. And this young kid from the Philippines named Easy Meal.
Okay, I haven't heard.
Okay, never heard. Well, I had my podcast radio station, like I said, it's through 107.1 Sirius XM Shade 45. I had a test run. It was like 4 episodes, and I ended up playing both of their records, a few of their records on there, and Empire actually picked it up and was like, "Yo, who's those two individuals?" I was like, "Snow the Product, bro." I'm like, "She got like 1 million followers on YouTube." He was like, "What?" And we actually contacted her, and I was trying to get an interview with her, but she ended up like she's camera shy, so it's like she would do the Instagram. So it's like she was like, "I'll do a song with you." So I was like, "All right, cool, I'll do that. I'll take that." And
Yeah. That's crazy. A lot of artists are like that, where I'm like an introvert with people I don't know, and I'm getting like better. But with my friends, like I'm super out there. So that's something that like a lot of artists are like shy. It's wild. Like it's so wild that it's like you're shy, and you're out here performing and singing. Like, how does that even work? But that's how it is a lot of times.
Yeah, but Empire is pretty much like they take my advice. So it's like when I'm about to put this album together, it's like in those big business meetings they like kind of like throw a couple artists to the side or whatever like that. But when I walk in, I'm so me. I'm like, you gotta listen to this. So I just throw the disc in, or I plug my phone into the biggest speaker. I'll be forgetting who in the room and just play it. So it's like I make them listen.
Yeah.
So they just
promoting that something you believe in.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. So it's like so. Other than that, what's the EP? You got a title for it yet?
So that's something that I'm keeping to myself because I'm still not sure of what it's gonna be. So I have an idea of what it's gonna be, but it just depends on the direction. Because when I make music, I like listen to a beat and I'll know within the first like 5 or 10 seconds like if it's gonna work for me. So I just write like as I go. Or some songs I will like have like a melody in my head already, and then I'll have like someone create the beat for me. So I have an idea, but just in case like it goes a different direction, that won't be the title. So that's why I'm keeping that for now.
All right. Oh, as far as the production level, who are you working with? Cause Snap. That song Snapback
Sorry,
was.
what were you say?
That song Snapback was I listened to the instrumental and the lyrics, but the instrumental is kind of like stands out a lot. But it's hard. Like nowadays, a lot of producers really don't have that ear for like R&B. But that whoever produced that really was on point with the production. So who do you work with as far as production?
So what's crazy is that whole song was me. I just had engineers. Like I didn't have a producer like at all for that song. So, but it went through like many different engineers. So my friend Deshola, that's on the song, which is so funny because I thought that he wanted to be exposed and he didn't want to be exposed, but his name's already on there, so it is what it is. But he's in the chorus, but it's very shady. But I can hear him loud and clear because it's my song. Yeah. But a lot of people can't hear him, but he's in the chorus. But I worked with this engineer in LA. His name is Alan. And he originally did the song Snapback with me just to record, and then after I worked with him, I then sent it to this guy named Andrew on Sound Better. I guess he's I think he said he's Jermaine Dupree's like main engineer, so he mixed and mastered it for me.
Okay.
And then I actually went to another studio of this guy named Chris. He mixed and masters out here in Atlanta. So I went there and laid a couple like ad libs and some like layering, because when I first had it, I felt like I didn't have like enough layering.
Okay.
So I went with him, and he mixed and mastered it for me, and then I finally put it out there. So I didn't actually have like a producer really to be like, hey, punch in here or add this or add that. It was just like all me trying to like figure it out. And really that's what it is right now, is, you know, me trying to figure it out, because I'm so new in the game. I don't really like know any producers, but the producer I'm working with now in Germany, he's dope. The one that I said the song will come out in February, the rapper KC. So he's somebody that actually like a producer that I can work with. But yeah, I've only worked with one producer, and that was the Gorman side. And that's what I was saying, like, nothing against that producer. It's just he has a different vision than I did, so we just couldn't get on the same page. So that's how with Gorman side, I literally took so long. I kept procrastinating with it because there were changes that I wanted to make, but you know, like copyright infringements and stuff, I couldn't really change anything. But yeah, for Snapback, it was just like all me just trying to like figure it out.
Okay, well, it came out great. That's most definitely.
Thank you.
I'm also friends with I don't know if you big on YouTubers, but it's a guy named DJ Ghost. You ever heard of him?
No, I haven't heard of him. I you know what's crazy is I am just so busy with my life. I have a clothing line too as well, so I'm just so busy that I don't get to sit on like YouTube like I would like to. You know, the only time I do get on YouTube is when I'm looking for beats. But now I'm getting to a point where like engineers and producers reach out to me with beats, which is great. But I do wish I could have more time to like see. There's so many artists out here that I'm just so obsessed with that I feel like are gonna have their time. Like Ruby Rose. I don't know if you.
I know who that is.
Like heard of. Yeah, okay, like she's getting out there. And then there's actually an R&B artist named Baby Rose, amazing, she's getting out there. Nao, I don't know if you heard of Nao, she's been out forever, but a lot of people don't know about her. And these are people who kind of like started on YouTube, but they're like huge now. Nao has like 2 million followers a month on Spotify. But yeah, I wish I could be on YouTube more, like looking and seeing like different artists and DJs, but no, I haven't heard of him. But sorry, like, went to a whole nother tangent what you said about him, but what were you saying?
It's okay. He's another YouTuber. He's one of my good friends. He started doing this before I did. Yeah, he was. So it's like any artist that I react to or interview with, and he'll be like, he's like one of them passed on ones. So it's like his following is bigger than mine because he started earlier. So it's like whenever artists I react to or any music you promoting anything like that, I pass to him like, hey man, you should react to this, check that out, and it's like, that's kind of like word to mouth and kind of like from a promotion standpoint to another promotion standpoint, so it's like that's his network. So yeah, but
networking is your network. Like networking's great.
Yeah, so I definitely appreciate the interview. By the way, my podcast radio station, I'm gonna have. I'm actually doing 3 setups now because it's gonna be a location in Detroit, Michigan. There's gonna be one in Chicago, Illinois. There's gonna be another one in Atlanta. That's what we're working on right now. Because I took those 3 major states because when I started doing music, those was the first 3 states that actually gave me my show requesting. So it's So I'm definitely, anytime and that's going to be picking up next year, all the setups and everything like that for the radio station. So anytime you promote music or video or you got something going on or whatever like that, or you're working with a new artist or something like that, because the future brings, major power moves anyway. You never know what's going to happen,
Right.
Don't be shy. It's definitely gonna be a contact number anytime like that. You want to come up there, pretty much like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm like all for getting out there and not like knocking anything. Like now that I'm getting like kind of in the game a little bit more and like meeting more people. I actually met he's like a dope producer. His name's Rev. I don't know if you heard of Taco Bay that's her Instagram, but her name's Tianis. She's an amazing singer and rapper. They're out of North Carolina. She's not from North Carolina. That's where she's based out of right now.
Okay.
She's super, super dope. Just coming out. So it's a whole group that they have, and he's amazing. So when you find like when there's people who are really dope at like just what they do, and just I've actually been able to see like him in the studio before, just like working with the artists and like telling them like add this, add that. It's just so dope to like see how someone's brain can just like see the vision, and then when it happens, it just sounds so dope. So I like that I'm like diving more into like this community, because the music industry in this world is definitely like a community.
Yeah, because Atlanta now is like the mecca of hip hop. I tell people that all the time. I say the southern hip hop scene is taking over. Like it's, everybody's going to Atlanta now. You got Midwest artists going to Atlanta now. It's crazy. Yeah. So
Everyone's here.
Yeah, it's like the Hollywood now. So it's like
it's literally Black. I've been hearing that for years. That's Black Hollywood, and it truly is. So.
Yeah, that's cool. So it's definitely I definitely appreciate the interview. Far as the album concerned and everything like that, I would definitely keep in touch with you with that. So
yes, we're gonna. It could be sooner, as well. But like I said, I'm just like giving myself that realistic, because I'm gonna probably do. It's gonna probably be anywhere from we'll probably do 15 to 20 songs, but then I'm gonna narrow down to 5 or 6.
Okay.
So, and then I don't know if I'm gonna add even Snapback or Woman Side on there. They probably won't even be added to the EP. I just think I'm gonna just do something completely different, because I do want to be able to show more of my vocal range. With Woman Side, you can kind of hear it, maybe in the bridge, but Snapback, it's more of a story that I'm telling, so you can't really hear the different ranges in my voice. So that's something that I want to do with the EP, is to be able to cover all bases, to be able to tell a story, be relatable, and then also be able to see, that I can sing. So that's what my focus is.
Most definitely. So I will definitely keep in touch with you. And
okay, perfect.
Thank you for the interview. And
of course.
Hey.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. All right. Thank you.
All right,
Bye-bye.
take care.
Bye.
Bye.
To the top of the globe with this, till the whole world knows my name in the brightest light. Then I'll be alright. To the top of the lungs they scream, with a crowd so big I can see a thing. I can't stop now, no, 'cause it's all I know. Trying to take it to the top of the globe. 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 Trying to take it to the top of the globe.
Before I forget to just mention, my goals are something that I'm trying to make achievements. I'm tired of dying out, life ain't nothing but pain. Every time I look at different nurse, I think of my name. My shit is BC, ain't nobody else like this. Come on, stop trying to check, you can't like this. I'm so